When Disney's California Adventure opened earlier this year, it did so largely because of more than 5 years of planning and design by Boyle. The heart and soul of the entire Disneyland Resort expansion may be the themed shopping and entertainment venues, but the brain is the supporting infrastructure, intelligently designed by Boyle to not only serve tens of thousands of people simultaneously, but also enhance the magical aura that is integral to any Disney experience. The origins of Boyle's work for Disney in California actually date back more than 8 years to a project known as Westcott. Patterned after Epcot Center in Orlando, Westcott was to be the main attraction of the Disneyland Resort expansion. For more than 2 years, Orange County team members worked as an extension of Disney's staff, focusing on a specific plan for the project. Westcott eventually gave way to Disney's California Adventure, and Boyle was right there to start planning anew.
We were asked to put the improvement program book together, basically documenting all the infrastructure, road widenings, traffic signal intersection upgrades, storm drain, sewer, water, and electrical master planning for the project, along with the garden districts, sidewalks, different types of curbs, patternings, and object setbacks. What we did was capture the essence of what Disney wanted as a final product, always emphasizing the guest experience. From that, we took our technical capability and that of all of the Boyle staff members and put that into a book and made their dream actually become a reality.
As the project progressed to design, more and more Boyle offices became involved, with team members from Ventura, San Diego, Sacramento, and Denver providing assistance to Orange County's Land Development Group. There were as many as 40 people working on the project at one time. Fees averaged $350,000 for months on end. It's hard to fathom all that Boyle designed.
Our biggest challenge on this project was to develop the infrastructure adequate to support the amount of guests that Disneyland was expecting through their new resort program. Some of the engineering challenges we faced were depressing the roadway, especially on Disneyland Drive, building a stormwater pump station that would deliver at least 15 CFS into a channel that was already at capacity. The master planning of the entire resort area for storm drain was one of our bigger challenges. The second biggest challenge, I would think, would be the parking structure itself. The flyovers in from the I-5 freeway and continuing on Disneyland Drive, which used to be West Street, to not only service the convention center, but the Anaheim Resort, which was a parallel project that occurred during the Disneyland Resort. Some of the other challenges that we faced were the subterranean tram crossing underneath the bridges, the large storm drain and sewer siphons that had never been done, at least not in this city, and burying deep, 30 feet to 60 feet deep, 20-inch water transmission mains prior to the excavation of the depression of the roadways. Coordinating with Southern California Edison and realigning their 220 kV power lines and their 69 kV power lines was quite a challenge. In the existing condition, the 220 kV and 69 kV power lines went through the old Disneyland parking lot, which is now Disney's California Adventure. So our challenge was to come up with one single pole and remove the lattice towers that they had before, and have one single pole that was high enough to stay out of the way of the new attractions of the new theme park and parallel Catella, and then come back up and stay within the established SCE easement, since the city of Anaheim has its own power and public utilities department.
All told, Boyle was responsible for more than $270 million worth of construction, and the project resulted in more than 500 change orders, many merely in response to Disney's efforts to provide an idyllic setting for its patrons. Beyond the numbers, the most impressive aspect was the project team's ability to balance the often competing interests of the client, municipalities, regulators, local businesses, and concerned citizens.
This is the largest redevelopment project in the state of California and probably in the United States. It's hard to fathom spending $1.75 billion on a redevelopment project strictly for entertainment purposes. The coordination required to design and plan a resort redevelopment such as this was immense. There were months on end where it was back-to-back meetings with coordination meetings mostly with the City of Anaheim, Orange County Transportation Authority, video conferencing with Caltrans up in Sacramento, going up to Glendale and working with the Imagineers in Glendale, as well as the commercial real estate people and global real estate people up in Burbank. On a daily basis, I would have 9 to 12 meetings, which would take anywhere from 8 to 12 hours out of the day. Then come back later on in the evening and meet with the design team and discuss what was discussed at those meetings, and then implement it for the next day, because generally we would have a hardline submittal within 2 to 3 days after those meetings. One of the critical elements of this project's success was the construction interface that Boyle Engineering was allowed with each one of the contractors on this project. There were 20 different roadway, pavement, curb and gutter, and undergrounding contractors on this project. We were given the opportunity through WDI to provide construction phase engineering services to coordinate submittals and to help with any design features that may need to be changed in the field. That really helped in the success of the project coming in on time and under budget. I think of the resort area in terms of engineering as a masterpiece, technical wizardry that actually became reality. The challenges that were put forth in front of all of our engineers, all of our planners, were insurmountable to most people. But our team stuck together through thick and thin, working 24 hours a day at times to solve problems that seemed like there couldn't be an answer to the question. But we always seemed to find the answer. So the answer to the question, is this a reality or a realization of our plan? This is actually more like a dream come true. We've actually done it.